Happy New Year, everybody. It's your boy. And, well, you know what? A new year, a new video, and I've got time this week to make more content. So I'm going to try and make as much videos as I possibly can this week, because I owe it to you guys. There's many things I've missed, many things I should have done, and, well, let's try and do as much of that as possible while it's still relevant, or whether I can still be asked to do that material, let's be honest. But hey, I owe it to you guys. And this week I've got a lot of time, so let's get on with the video, shall we? I keep hearing constantly about the death of the so-called skeptic community. Now, as you all know, I don't think it exists, and I would encourage you to watch Dr. Andy McCann's video on the subject, where he basically comes to the same conclusion that I've come to, that it's nothing more than a slur for people to tar people they don't like with the same brush, because ideologically, or I don't know, as he describes with the woke hipster type people, they just don't like them for whatever reason, so you're a skeptic. Honestly, it says more about them that the term skeptic and the term skepticism are bad things, and to be labelled that is bad, but whatever. I never called myself that. I would never call myself that in that way. I'm part of this so-called community that's so skeptical, even though they're not really skeptical about everything. They're not skeptical about things they like, even, because isn't that what skepticism is? Because that's what even, I think it was Carl Sagan who said that skepticism is not enough. Of course, that was in the context of science and trying to find things out, but the same applies here. But people keep saying that it's died, or something is dying, like a movement is dying, the whole anti-sjw thing. Well, no, nothing is really dying. Some careers are dying, some reputations have died. I mean, Crown Teas, for example. But they're just individuals. Those people in that Discord server, they were nothing more than individuals who did something wrong. And that's them who has to face the consequences of their actions, not everybody else who may or may not be affiliated with them in some way or another. I think it's premature wishful thinking on behalf of some people who have decided to take it upon themselves to view these people as their ideological enemies. But of course, anybody to the left and anybody to the right of these people are their enemies. So at the end of the day, after all this dust has settled, they'll be back to fighting all the other people that they agreed with about on this drama, who they would also consider to be skeptic YouTubers. So yeah, at the end of the day, it's what I've always said. Cliques fighting each other, and the communities that do exist are simply taking advantage of the situation here, namely the alt-right and, hell, even the SJWs. Christy Winters was fucking talking about this and trying to bring Sargon into it, and he really had nothing to do with it. But the thing is, all I see now from the people who are still trying to bang the drum that it's dead are the people who are opportunists. Now, there are two different types of opportunists. They're the ideological ones, and I can understand why they're doing it. People who they see as skeptics are their ideological enemies, because these are the people who attack both extremes. And I understand why they would do that. It makes sense. You're fighting a culture war. I get it. I get it, guys. But then there's the other ones. Johnny Fox. Excuse me. I think I just said something there that I shouldn't have said. But whatever. Who claim to be a part of that ideological thing. But really, they're not. They're in it for the money. They're in it for the views. And they're in it to get attention and to build their platform based on whatever it is that they think will make them popular. And we've seen that over and over again. Loads of people getting in and trying to take advantage of that situation. Coach Red Bull! And ending up with egg on their faces. How does it feel? Gonorrhea. How does it feel? In the end, nothing has changed except for the year. Nothing has really changed. In the grand scheme of things, that is. Apart from some people will never be viewed the same way ever again. And most likely, their YouTube channels will never quite be the same as they used to be, because some people just won't bother watching them anymore, and they might not recover depending on how big they are. We also have some lessons to always take some of these arguments very, very seriously, some of these people very seriously, because to just completely rely on mockery and ridicule is not always a brilliant tactic. Yes, there are some instances where mockery and ridicule work, but when you're trying to have an actual academic, scientific discussion, I don't think that's the place where it's needed. Especially with a group of people who are trying to be that kind of thing. They're trying to be more serious. They're trying to be a bit more scientific and fact-based. Whether or not you agree with the facts or not, they are trying to be that way. So I think you better fight them as equals unless they do say something absolutely stupid, then yeah, go ahead, mock them. But when it came to the race realism thing, when it came to that kind of thing, I really do not think those tactics were necessary, and I hope people have learned that lesson. But I don't think they've learned their own lessons either, because they will continue to tar people with the same brush over and over again, and I think in the end that'll probably be a bad thing for them, because it'll get to the point where they run out of people to tar with and they'll simply just call their own. I also think that their efforts to carry on attacking individuals and other people that they've never liked for ages and ages will come to bite them in the ass, because eventually people will just see it as, you know, it used to be a part of the ideas, now it's just about burying these people and destroying them rather than the ideas that they're saying. Yes, some of these people did bad things. They've already been broken enough. You don't need to go after these other people who may have seen something differently from you, or maybe aren't aware of the full picture and defending these people. You don't have to go and destroy these people. You don't have to betray their trust. You do not have to betray your principles to attack these people. You know, there's battles and you can pick them. But anyway, that's my first video of 2018. I guess you could consider it a drama video, though really it's more about the concepts that I've been seeing, and I've been trying to think about this video for a while, and I hope this comes out well enough. So anyway, have a wonderful Boxing Day, and until next time, it's been your boy, and I'll see you later.